Hi, my name is Bertie Leroux and I'm a transformational coach. I help people to achieve by defining their purpose and passions and live a deserved life. In today's video, I just want to share with you of how you can improve reaching your goals by focusing on your fears. Fact of the matter is, in my experience and personal experience, that is as well as a exceptional good procrastinator, is that you've got clear goals set and defined. You're almost living the end result, enjoying that, but you're never reaching it, or you're taking too long to reach them, because there is things that holding you back. Those are fears. Fears in different forms or shapes that is holding you back and impeding your progress and the speed of your growth and development. So I've read an article written by and posted on LinkedIn, and the gentleman was clear in that, saying, focus on your fears and you would reach your goals much quicker. And it made sense to me, because those fears are holding you back. And are they real? Okay? And I mean, we talk about the fear to being false impressions. Sometimes it doesn't even exist, but you're allowing them to take over your lives. Fear for being not perfect, because you're a perfectionist. Fear of being found out that you actually are not good at this, and had to do work, hard work, on use other people's materials, or whatever the case may be. Constant fears in our lives holding us back. And as a transformation coach, one of the most important things, and one of the first steps that I do, is to try to get to the core of the coachee and of the person that I'm coaching, his or her fears. What is holding them back? Down in their core, there's something that might have happened, or that they are so fearful that could happen, that they don't allow them to do something new and change. So I need to get to the core so that they can understand it. And in coaching, the concept is they must find out, and they must use the terms and the words and saying, I fear this, or I have a discomfort of this, I'm scared of. Once we have brought that to the fore and to the surface, we address that. And sometimes it's false impressions of fear that we want to get rid of. And sometimes it's so easy to get rid of them. You just put them where they belong, in context. And then getting to your end state, to your goal, your purpose, it's so much easier, quicker, because you've taken care of that. Now we focus on the good with our project, and we kept on having this luggage. When I do presentations, I often start it with taking deck chairs and pulling them behind me across the stage. As I start the introduction, I pull them across the stage. And as I walk, I will, on the left-hand side, take one chair off and leave it there. Then I walk across again, take another chair off and leave it there, until I've got no chairs. Because I say to them, at the end of the day, if you can't get rid of the baggage of your past, you will always be impeded in your growth and the potential of the speed of your growth, because you're carrying that with you. I can't run a race being shackled down. I need to put that in its place. And it doesn't mean that the past, which often goes with a lot of fears because I had bad experiences, because transactional analysis tell you that in your life, as you grow old and you develop, you have experiences. And every experience is almost like a little videotape that you store in your brain. Something happens, you do something wrong, and your father's called you, your mother's called you, or you do something good, and it gets kept here as tapes. And if a situation occurs similar, that tape plays, and your response is as it was at that time. Good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter. The tape's in here. So we've got to understand that we need to, if we want to go forward, we need to put those things in context. In other words, I must almost bring the tape to the fore, prove that it's unacceptable and it's wrong, it was a perception that is not right, delete it, create another one, store my brain, so that situation occur, I play the new one, which is the one that's perfect, that gives me the good and the correct result, and the emotion goes with that as positive and fantastic. So we need to put the past at the back. So we need to take control of our fears in order to speed up the progress and the growth towards the future. And that's not necessarily exactly the context of the guy's article, but what it made me think is to bring me back to the concept of transactional analysis and the past. That in order to go forward, you need to take a step away from where you are now. There is no growth if there's no action. And even if you say to me, but going to fetch the firewood outside and come back and sit and let the fire go on, and I sit in the same chair, that's change, and that was movement, and that was action. I say, no, you came back to the same place. At the end of the day, there was no growth. There was no difference. If you built a chute and you put the wood on there and it glide into the living room and you can just put it in the fire, that was change. That was growth. That was action. So understand, let's identify our fears and then put them in their place. Get rid of them. It's not so difficult, but you've got to identify them, so go and sit and write them down. Define them, write them out, the impact, where they come from, and get rid of them. And if you're struggling with that and you don't understand what's keeping you back, because there's a saying, there's things that we know we don't know, there's things that we don't know that we do know, and there's things that we don't know that we don't know. We need to address that, because you're probably much more powerful than you could ever have guessed, and I wish it to you. Thanks for watching. Do follow me on Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube, and I'll see you in another video.